Okay, there we go. I'm live. Yay. I just love that feeling to finally be alive. So I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you here in my classroom. As you can see, this is an art room, and I just finished teaching classes to some marvelous artists who are working on their paintings and their drawings and just their life skills as well. As you can well imagine, my art classes are not just art, they're life skills as well. And one thing I hope that I teach these students, my art students, is that they can do anything. They can do anything and have anything in their life. And most of all, the thing that trumps it all is just to be happy. So if they're happy, I feel satisfied. So I'm Sandra Longmore here in Vancouver, Washington, bringing S.H.E, S-H-E, self-help energies for personal development to you, because I think you're pretty fantastic. In fact, really, really, really fantastic. Now, today's program is program number 43. And the program is called Let It Go So You Can Live in the Most Powerful Place in the Planet. But when I put it on Hootsuite just a little while ago, Hootsuite goes out to all my social media, I put in, don't ever, ever cut off your toes. And you're going to find out more about that further in this broadcast. You know, you do live in the most powerful place in the planet. And the most powerful place in the planet is in here. Yeah, right here. Ah, that's it. Inside you. So last week, first of all, I'd like to go over the learning. So last week I told you a story, it was last week, a story about lions and turtles. And a turtle, and how the turtle proved to be victorious over that lion, and how you too can find empowerment in your own life. Last week you learned how to shift your energy. That's what you are, an energy shifter. So that when you are in front of that lion, and you will feel like the powerful one, not the lion. And you will know that you are going to win this race every single time. Yep, it always works out for you, always works out for me. So you learn that you are powerful and a very clever person. And you have to know how to shift your energy at any time and any place, no matter who you are with. So will you still meet that lion? Yes. Well, that's the diversity of life. But you will also know that you will win every single time, and you can overcome all obstacles. Now I'm going to check my volume level here, just because, yeah, it's a little low. So I'm going to up it a little bit. There we go. So you can overcome any obstacles at any time of life. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that a great way to live, to know that things always, always, always work out for you? And today's topic is really a fun topic. I just love doing it, is how to live from that powerful place. And you're going to find out about the toes as well. Now, women today and in the past have not been given the proper training as how to honor who we are as women. But the energy of today, the energies I think that are coming into the world, that are swirling around and coming into the world, is putting out a clear call to all women to come into their absolute power, because this way of perception, of looking at a whole picture, not just a tiny one, but the whole picture through the eyes of the most source, of the best source in the world, that's your higher self, sees the whole picture. And so traditionally we've been looking at things in a male-dominated world, and that just isn't working anymore. No, we don't live in a male-dominated world anymore. Women are out there in the workplace. We're juggling all these things at one time. And so whole thinking is where it's at. And part of that is technology, and we can get on the internet and get in groups like we used to when we were quilting and talk it over. And we all have our specialized groups, and then we can flourish and flourish and flourish, and it goes out from there. So I told you last week, and I'm going to tell you again because I'm really excited about it. I just finished a year-long course in energy mastery for advanced coaching, in which I learned so many advanced techniques for helping my clients gain alignment with their evolved true self. I learned that the process of doing something is the outcome, through which the outcome is the process. So stay with me here. I learned that the process, doing something, accomplishing something, creating a piece of art, creating a business, creating a schedule for your family, is the outcome. It's the system. Remember when we talked about that? It's the systems, not the goal. So it's the systems through which the outcome is that system or process that you go through. So you don't live with only one outcome, one single goal checked off your list. Check. To truly live is to live a full, succulent, juicy life. And it's a life of progress. So every day when you get up and you see the miracle that is unfolding is truly an extraordinary moment. Every single moment is just extraordinary. Say it's something as simple as relieving yourself in the toilet. Now, this is a miracle, really. It's an absolute miracle. So your whole body has orchestrated itself for that just humble act that you need to do. You have to do. Not only that the kidneys, yeah, they're in there too. The kidneys are part of the whole of who you are. Now, in Chinese medicine, and this also goes along with the seasons, which is spring, so in Chinese medicine, the kidneys are connected to the heart, and they keep you alive and vital, just like the heart. Now, to get this story even more on the road and for you to see what I mean, where I'm coming from here, is a few years back, I accomplished my father-in-law to a urologist. He had prostate cancer. And as I looked around, I saw many people of various ages waiting for the doctor. Now, I was struck by how everyone in the room would give anything to do what I did very simply with that one single thought when I first woke up in the morning and went into my bathroom and went to the toilet. Yeah, it's a miracle. What you do, what your body does every single day is a miracle. So I don't take my kidneys for granted anymore. Now that may sound strange, but try thanking your internal organs for working so darn good. So you can have a conversation with your various organs. Appreciate them, thank them. Say, hey, liver and gallbladder, kidneys and large intestine. How about lungs and spleen and heart? I love you. I am so happy you are with me. So learn how to fall. This is the thing. Learn how to fall in love. Love, unconditional love with every single part of you. And this is learning how to communicate with the pre-verbal parts of you. You do this so you can live intuitively and know how to live in balance. Now you're going to begin to get urges. You'll start, when you do this, you'll start to get urges because this is always happening. You're always getting urges to go to your next most evolved step. And that's how Source works. Now you might not always hear him or you might not always want to hear him, but the urges will be there. And as you live in a state of appreciation, gratitude of your body and of your body parts, you're going to get urges to, because it matches the vibration. Remember, law of attraction is always a matcher of vibration. But you're going to get urges of what to eat and drink. So you do have optimum health and balance. What you eat and drink isn't as important as how you feel when you eat and drink. Now, the worst thing you can do is to continue to drink or eat something that you think is poison. That's the worst thing you can do, or at the least, very, very bad for you. So, like, if you're thinking that Diet Coke is really bad for you and you continue to drink it, but at the same time you're saying, this is really bad for me, it's going to kill me one of these days, gulp, gulp, gulp. Guess what? It's the vibe. It's not so much what you're eating. So the urge there is, well, only you know what the urge is. Now, you are an energetic being, and what you think is a vibration, and it's going to affect the outcome. So try a life of ease and love all your parts of you, the internal, the inside ones, and the external, all this external. Now, our thoughts can take action down some very, very strange and destructive paths. And this statement reminds me of this true story. It's about the toes that someone told me one time. Now, I used to have an apparel line, and I called it Sandra's Fine Art Apparel. And I designed clothes, and I painted on them beautiful works of art. And I would go to different women's gatherings and shows and sell them. And so one such gathering that I went to was called the Women of Wisdom. It's held once a year in Seattle, Washington. I think it's still going on. And women would come from all over the United States to attend the workshops. In those days, it went 5 days. I think now it's just a weekend, but it was just full of women and anticipation and fun, fun, fun. And we were selling the things we created, the craftspeople there, the vendors, and we would I would sell a dress and then go out with the workshop and dance a little bit, go back and sell a dress, or somebody would want to buy a dress and they'd come and get me from the dancing. So it was just awesome experience. That's what I mean about whole thinking, women marketing in a fun, unique, creative way. And that is what I meant by the business side of marketing that women see in their wholeness. So you could, just go to this event and get inspired and have lots and lots and lots of fun. And I had lots and lots of fun, but I also worked really, really hard. And so one day I was sitting there and I was rubbing my feet. I was sitting on a chair and just like, whew, breather. And I was rubbing my feet, all that dancing and selling and having fun was like, my feet hurt. And so I was rubbing my very, very tired feet. And this woman came up, this young woman came up, and she said, "Can I rub your feet?" Now, it's that kind of conference where that's just normal. People do that for one another at that kind of a conference. And she said, your feet have been working really hard, and it would make me so good and honor them if I could rub them. And I said, sure. And I sat back, relaxed, and she rubbed my feet, and she rubbed my feet as she wove this story about her mother. And now I'm going to tell you. You see, her mother thought her toes were very, very ugly. She absolutely hated her toes. Every day she would constantly say, I really should cut these ugly things off. I hate them. So she built up a whole lot of resentment about her toes. Then she started to go to doctors. She got this bright idea. She'd start to go to doctors and ask them to simply cut off her toes. This is a true story, not a fairy tale. Of course, no doctor would do such a thing. But she was persistent. And then she found one who said yes. And if you are, the doctor said, if you are really sure that your life's going to be better without your toes, I'll cut them off. And he did. Yike. And he did. Well, then you know what happened? Her mother was not very happy. In fact, she became a crippled. And she died a very unhappy life, absolutely toeless. So the point of the story is that all parts of you are necessary to love, and to love all of you will keep you in balance, even if they're parts you don't like your toes or your belly fat or your double chin or maybe the wrinkles or whatever. All parts of you can be in balance to live a balanced life. And life is to be lived that way, with vitality, with your toes, with the absolute appreciation of all of you. And you can reduce trauma by living from your original nature and remember this, that the process is the outcome through which the outcome is the process. Now, have you noticed outside how beautiful it is? Have you noticed that it's spring? You know, the weather's changing, yellow daffodils and tulips are opening up to bring you the announcement of spring. In the energetic world, in energy mastery world, spring is the time to cleanse and plant and to harness the new. So to harness and to gather up the energy of spring is to, first of all, clean out, and then don't plant what you planted before if you don't want to have it come up again. And then you plant what you want is new. So you clean it, and maybe it's your mind you're going to clean out, and then you plant the new, and then you go on to the next season. So are you thinking about what you could clean at this time, or what you could cleanse, and what you could plant that's new? Is it time, I'll ask you this question, is it time to let go of old thoughts and events that aren't bringing you that very beautiful vitality that's you? Well, it's up to you. It's up to you to figure it out. The beautiful can only happen when you cleanse out the old, for the planting needs room to grow and thrive. Now, the internal organs connected with spring are kidneys, gallbladder, and heart. Now, are all these open and flowing with you? Are your kidneys good? Is your gallbladder good? And how about your heart? Maybe you don't even know. Well, give a talk to them. So you want these open and flowing. But if you carry around anger, if you carry around distress or guilt over past occurrences, guess what? They're not flowing. They're not flowing a bit. So if you are closing down the flow between the vitality of spring, the vitality and flow of water, then, and your heart of self-love, take a look. Take a look and plant anew. It is a gorgeous spring this year. Now, what you learned is that today's topic is how to live from your power place. You also learned that the process is the outcome, through which the outcome is the process. And women, oh, we are such gorgeous things as women. Women are coming into their power more and more. And today's energies support the shift. Maybe we'll have a woman president. What do you think? So it's shifting from the masculine point of view to the feminine whole big picture point of view. And your thoughts, what you think, are so very, very powerful. So practice your thoughts so that they work for you, not against you. And don't ever, ever cut off your toes, even if they hurt. Now, how do you do this successfully anyway, Sandra? You might be saying. Well, remember, you do not just live to reach a goal. In order to live a full, succulent life, full of all kinds of surprises and good feeling thoughts. The juicy part is on the way. It's the system. It's the flowers, the fragrance on the way to the goal or desire. So enjoy the smallest act, like how your feet have all 10 toes and they carry you over the floor, they glide you over the floor, or how wonderful your body operates on an unconscious level every single day, every single morning. So feel the heart thump. Isn't that a miracle? Notice the changes in nature. When sitting and waiting for someone or in the doctor's office, notice the variety of color and the variety of shades of people and the shapes of people. What an incredible thing to be given this human body. Now, as my yoga teacher said, his name is Eric, he says, think on this. A human body is a great, great blessing. Don't waste it. Those who get a human birth are like 3 grains of sand. 1, 2, 3. 3 grains of sand. While those waiting for a human birth are like all the sands on the beach. So doesn't that make you pretty special? 3 grains of sand. 1, 2, 3. We're all one of those because we got human bodies. Yay. So if it's true or it doesn't really matter. It's the vibration. And if you're listening to this in a human body, guess what? You're very, very blessed. So remember that the process is the outcome through which the outcome is the process. So, Sandra, what's the practical application? Well, here it goes. I'm going to roll it out for you. Everyday practical application, because after all, we do live in this body and we do get up every day and we do these things and we want some practical applications from them. So, first thing when you wake up in the morning, set the vibration for the day. Look for something to appreciate so you can have a great mindset, so you can get your vibe up, to attract more of what you want and less of what you don't want. So love, love, love the moment you are in. Not as just something you need to push through or hope you get through it pretty soon so you can get to lunch or you can get to something else, but appreciate it as a beautiful, miraculous moment and cherish it all. And you will be content and content and content. So what you learned is you learned, number one, that you live in the most powerful place in the planet. That's inside. And that you live really from the inside out. First your thoughts, then your thoughts string together and you get a train of thought, and then you get a vibration from that and you get some results. If you don't like the results, you practice some more and you go back to the beginning and try some new thoughts, some new ways of thinking, because you create your own reality and you can become an energy shifter. Do the shifting intentionally. It's fun and it is powerful and very, very practical. So always look for the highest value thought. That means look for the best feeling thought you can in the moment, in this powerful moment, because law of attraction is always in the background, flowing and flowing and flowing and matching your current point of perspective, your current vibration. And most of all, do not ever, ever cut off your toes. Well, that's the content I prepared for you today, and I think it's so much fun. As you can tell, I'm just tickled from the inside out to be able to share such fun information. Now, next week I have something new for you, and I never know exactly what it's going to be because it comes to me throughout the week, but I think it's going to be about journaling and the 68-second process that Abraham uses. That's what's right now is starting to form, but by the time I sit down to write it, I don't know. It might be something entirely different, but it's always going to be for you. It's always going to be uniquely for those who listen to this broadcast, and it is going to be uniquely for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to do it every week. So this is Sandra Longmore of sandralongmore.com, and I am a creative visionary. I am an energy master and a law of attraction trainer and lots of other things. And I would love, love, love if you would get in touch with me. You can do it on Facebook. Everything's under my name, sandralongmore.com. So Facebook me, email me. That's under my name too, Sandra Longmore at Sandra Longmore. So have a fantastic week. Enjoy spring. Look at something that's beautiful. Stroll across the grass and the concrete or wherever with all your toes spread out. And have a fantastical life. Signing off now.